Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are very close to getting to where we want to be. We have 96 states, and we have states incorporating... We don't have states incorporating over here anymore. Okay, well, we got a few. Yes, we do have some. Alright, yes, we have states incorporating. So I think we're definitely going to get there. So I can afford to go a little bit ham and or cheese. So let me see. If I decrease autonomy, I still have a truce, so I can't with Oyo. Same deal with Benin. So I think now I might just go after Dutch Guyana, because I want that. It's going to give us 4 infamy, not that big of a deal. Looks like Portugal and Toro are likely to align against us. If Toro aligns against us, I can just go ahead and grab... all of it, probably, if I'm being completely honest. That'll give me access to a little bit of the state of Senegal, which I would also like to have. And then I can steal that from Senegal once I steal things from Senegal. So this strikes me as a win-win. Nobody large really interested in stepping in on this, so I think we're just going to go ahead and do that. So they refused. That's not shocking. No one is shocked. I'm not shocked, at least. We'll just go ahead and throw the Army of the Andes on there. They're already in a war. Oh, no, they're not. That's someone else. Probably should have checked this first. Yeah, they've got defensive pacts. But even so, I think no one's interested in standing against me. Construction queue is not as full as I would like, actually. Let me see. What else can I build? I was trying to get a trade agreement with Austria. They would do it for an obligation. Interesting. Let's take a look at their market and see what we can sell them. We can definitely sell them clothes and dyes and fertilizer. So let's do it. Clothes, dyes, and fertilizer. Let's go ahead and grab those goods. Ooh, actually, clothes are really expensive in our market. That's a little bit of a shock, actually. I feel like I keep building up textile industries, and it... Oh, right. That's right. That's right. Because we were living off of other people's textiles for a long time. Alright, so... I should build up textile industries. That's the right thing to do. Alright, no one seems... If I throw in... Could get them as a protectorate. If I throw in another conquer on Dutch Ivory Coast, that wouldn't be that much infamy. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I won't add it to the primary because I don't need to. Nassau is having a fascist revolt. I can't be involved in that due to not being able to be arsed. Alright, where have we got labor here in our newly colonized states? I think a lot of these areas are going to need at least a little bit of textile industry. So I think that's what we're going to do. And that's going to drive growth in these areas. I think that's the ideal way to do this. Because textile mills are going to be redonk profitable. Or should be. We'll just throw 3 levels in each. And again, I think that's going to be just fine. Food industries here we can hire in as well. This is Katanga. Again, most of these places have pretty low populations, but I think we can drive growth in these areas by building them up. And we'll do the same in southern Africa. Something going on in Cape Colony, but I can't be bothered to deal with that. Part of our weird issue with population in these colonies is because there's so few, because there's so much immigration pull in my country. As these areas get initially colonized, their standard of living is pretty low, and that drives immigration push to other areas in the country. So I think that's part of what makes that sort of silly. Alright, so 72 over here. Not much over here. Alright, I'm feeling pretty solid. Ecuador is having a fascist uprising. Wow. This presents opportunities. I'm going to keep an eye on this one closely to make sure that we don't end up with this situation. I'm going to not get involved in this. This is Hesse. Again, those Central European states just appear to be having a situation every day of the week. It's their favorite thing to do, is have a revolution. Alright, actually, let's pause. Oh, we can't get involved. We have a truce. Well, I guess that is what it is. That's just fine. Let me see. Carta is still a protectorate of Great Britain, so I can't steal them. But I could steal Furatoro, and I could steal Segu. And I could steal Messina, is another thing I would like to do eventually. Really, I want this whole area to be mine, but that's for later. I didn't increase... Hey, there's the electric arc process. I rarely do that. Cuba sides with Ecuador. That's interesting. And mechanized farming is spreading. Wonderful. I think we've got that in the queue. Nope, we're working on electric railways. Alright, so... in preparation for electric railways, which we're actually pretty close to having done, let's go ahead and queue in some some power plants, basically everywhere we've got motor industries. Oh, we can mechanize our textiles industries as well. That'll be interesting. So, where do we have a bunch of levels? Massachusetts, New York, Hausaland. Netherlands backs down. Alright, so we only got Guyana. We did not get the Windward Coast because I did not add it to the thing. Didn't add it to the primary war goals. So, but that's fine. That's completely fine. I am completely happy with how that turned out. So, I can't take a state... I can take a state from them, but they're too defiant to be willing to accept such a thing, so that's fine. We're almost done colonizing over here. 2 more rounds of colonization. And then Alaska is also getting very, very close to being fully colonized, which I am happy about. So, again, I was looking at... I think mechanizing the textile industries is going to be useful. So, for Massachusetts, that's going to take 90 additional electricity. So we'll need 2 levels in Massachusetts. 1 each in Hausaland, New York... Hausaland in New York, and 2 in South Carolina. To start. Power plant. I see North Carolina or South Carolina? Too many Carolinas. Consolidate them. The Tar Heel Kingdom. And then 1 in Hausaland. At some point I should put the rest of Hausaland under my control. But I'm not... I don't think that's urgent. So that should be enough to start. We'll see how that impacts... Ooh, Idaho's got a bunch. Idaho and La Paz both have a bunch, and Ica and San Salvador. So La Paz should get 2 levels of power plants. Ica, 1. San Salvador, 1. And Idaho, 2. Might be overbuilding power, but it's fine to overbuild power, in my humble opinion. And is there anywhere else? We've got a bunch. Congo and Ghana. Zulia, Tennessee, Louisiana. Congo, Ghana, Zulia, Tennessee, well, they've already got power plants in Tennessee, and Louisiana. In fact, I'm going to swap the Louisiana textiles industry right away so that those start producing more. And oh, I could be doing looms. All right, interesting. I completely didn't realize, or not. I should have realized, but I didn't. All right, so let's grab a bunch of these places and flip them over to mechanical looms, and then the ones we're building power plants in will be powered. And that's how we'll do it. This is going to take a lot of clicking, but it's going to be worth it in the end for extra automation. This is going to increase the standard of living. You know what? I'm just going to do this with all of them, and then manually turn Tennessee's back into automatic power looms. How's that? Alright, so with that done... Right. The motor industries. I should get to the bottom of this before I... No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need to. I'll do more later with that. So it's the motor industries that we need to mechanize. Oh, right. And I need to reset production methods. Colonization of Northern Cape is complete. Brilliant. Let's go ahead and commence... Oh, we already have them as incorporated. Oh, interesting. Well, that's fine. So where's the rest of Northern Cape? It's here in the Transvaal. So maybe I'll just grab Transvaal. Maybe I'll just steal it for America. 8.2 infamy. Spain would try to stop me. They might accept though. We'll see. Right. Anyway, let's talk about those freaking motor industries. Once again, the private sector has built up a bunch in different areas. So, how much is it going to take once these go over to electrics? We're going to need 30 per level. So we're going to need... And power plants... My power plants are all on coal right now, so they produce... Many power plants. Where are my power plants? Oh, they're in... Oh. An explosives method I could switch over to. My power plants are on coal, which means they produce 100 electricity per level. Alright, so... To make this work... Ah, another Hell on Earth event. Wonderful. The perpetrators will pay for their crimes. Alright, so... Ohio, we're going to need 1 level. Michigan, we're going to need 4. La Paz, we're going to need 2 levels. Montana, we're going to need 4. So, Ohio, 1. La Paz, 2. Already building 2 here. For the other thing, let's throw in 1 more, just to make sure. And then Montana, that's right. I built up a bunch of motor industries in Montana. I don't know if that was wise, but I done did it. Bam-a-lam. One more. Then let me see. California, I think we're going to need... Very nice. 4. Nebraska, we're going to need a bunch. 7 levels. Already got a few. That's good. And that's the end of the motor industries. And then we'll do smaller ones. So, like, we got Virginia and Wisconsin, Texas, and Pennsylvania. Wisconsin, Virginia, Texas, and Pennsylvania. Slowly, we're electrifying the country. Alright, that should be enough. So what do we got going on here? France is going after Constantine. I feel like they've been waiting to do this forever, but it is what it is. I could stand against them theoretically, but I don't have to. That's the castle, I don't need to be involved in that. Revolt in Hawaii, not my business. And Yogyakarta, Great Britain, you enjoy yourself over there. Sweden wants a defensive pact. I am disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Means no. Oh, a bunch of people are siding with Constantine. I could maybe get something out of that. Trade agreement? -2 acceptance. I could go a little longer. I'm still increasing relations. If I can get there in the next 6 months, it'll be fine. It'll be just fine. So, what about this situation? Ban slavery in Spain. What an interesting goal. If I align with Constantine, I could grab war goals. If I ask for a conquer, what can I get? Obviously a bunch of different locations. But I don't know that there are any I want at this point. I've pretty much deprived France of all of their inroads in Africa. And none of these other areas are really in my sphere. Unless I want to steal a chunk of France, which just seems dysfunctional. I could do a liberate one, but I don't want to do that. And they don't have any puppets, so I don't think there's really a point. And I can't align with France because I have a truce with Spain. That's what's going on. Have I built my canal yet? 70 weeks. Welsh mass immigration. Excellent. I'm very pleased with that overall. Oyo still wants autonomy. We'll improve relations. Benin is very friendly. Going down. Yeah, it's going up because of infamy, obviously. But they're very economically dependent on us. I might need to just... Well, hold on. I've got a truce with Oyo still. For 2 more years. Alright, we got some gold in California. Let's take a look at that. Ah, mine. It's all mine. So what am I exporting to Austria right now? Let's sort by country. A bunch of things. Let's change up the tariff laws for dyes. We'll set those to encourage exports. We're not bringing in a bunch of dyes, are we? We actually are. Is that someone else's trade route? This better not be my trade route. Yeah, no, everyone's trying to sell me dyes. You know what? I'll have my own dyes, thank you. And in fact, to support that, let's turn our dye plantations into super dye plantations. We all shall die soon. We can mechanize the tea plantations as well. That should also shore up demand for motors, which will make things... We're not sorted by market price. Yeah, there we go. So that should hopefully increase demand for motors, which will be nice. We are about to get electric trains in just a few more months. Oh, very soon, actually. So that'll fuel... We'll be able to fuel demand that way. Alright, last chance to take some shots at France. First nationalization. This doesn't seem useful. I wish I could see what will be nationalized, but I cannot. Revoke a claim, but none of those seem useful. You know what? We'll be fine. We'll be just fine on that. Spain and Italy, you can handle that your own selves. This is Mahra. This involves Russia. I don't want to get involved in that. This one is a revolt in British East Africa, which I can't get involved in meaningfully because I'm allied with Britain. This is a revolt in Mecklenburg, internal Prussian issue, internal British issue, internal British issue. And now we're in the countdown to war, so I can safely declare neutrality on this. Alright. I really don't want to just let this go. At the same time, I am slowly increasing relations, but I don't think it's going to increase fast enough. What will this actually do for me? It'll make the Anti-Italian Association happy, which I don't really need. So I think I might just let that go. Maybe later. Falling in line, the intelligentsia, prominent supporters of the Republican Party, have proposed support for the American-British Fellowship to be a component of the official party platform. I've considered the risks and I'm willing to push it forwards. The fact of the matter is that voters do not and have never cared for anything outside of our own borders. Even if the climate shifts heavily against Great Britain in the coming months, we may still run on our internal policy without compromising our more wide-ranging principles. I see the rationale. Nonetheless, I would like to know more before committing to a side. The stance our nation takes must not be informed by the whims of ideologues, but rather hard necessity. The party stands together and be accused of foreign puppeteering? I'm going to say no, because I think the time will come when we will end our good relationship with Great Britain. And that time may be sooner than you might think. Fertile ground. Irvin Juhl has apparently decided the United States of America will be an excellent place to live, given the influence of the evangelicals in the country. United States of America, what a land of opportunity. Such a great, grand nation, so ready for my message. Yes, it will set off at last for this great country. So let me see, you're a corporatist. That's fine. Regulatory bodies guy, You've already got the better version of regulatory bodies. That's weird. No reason to stop him, he shows up. Even if it upsets the evangelicals, we must prevent it. Or it sounds like they're fostering subversives. Minus 20% political strength. Now that's interesting. The evangelicals are already completely marginalized, though, so... I think it's fine to have a corporatist taking up a slot. If I need to get rid of one of these other dudes, I'll get rid of them. Oh, right. A donation of knowledge. Eugene Elliott has offered to spend some of their personal wealth to fund the creation of a university in South Dakota, though this will likely give the industrialists some influence. The Eugene Elliott University will be a proud bastion of learning in these times of rapid progress, where knowledge truly is power. I'm going to say a wonderful idea. I always do this. Free universities are rad. Let me see. I'm spending most of my influence on, or my authority on decrees right now, but I think that's basically fine. Do I have decrees running in Panama? Because perhaps I should, although if I really wanted to be optimal when doing that, I probably should have done it a long time ago. Well, it's still a year away. do it. And do I still need road maintenance decrees in Honduras, San Salvador, and Guatemala? I don't think I do. Nope, infrastructure's good in these areas. Go ahead and cancel. And cancel. And cancel. I do want to keep the suppression in there to tamp down on the effects of the turmoil. Alright, and there's electric railways. Wonderful. We're still building up all these textile mills, and then we'll get started on the necessary power plants. Are there any that I can convert right now? Oh, I've got the new port method. Excellent. That's going to save me some coal. You have to motor industries. Can I see which ones? Just Montana. Just Montana and Nebraska. And Colorado. Alright, cool. Easy peasy. Let me throw those ones in at the top. Montana, Nebraska, and Colorado. Here's Montana. Here's Nebraska. And I didn't build any in Colorado. Let me take a look at Colorado's situation first. Colorado is one of my Midwest industrial centers. Let me see, you got one level of motor industries and plenty of power, so that should be just fine. In fact, this is a good place to build up a bunch of motor industries, so let's go ahead and do that. Shazam. South German mass immigration. Wonderful. So if I wanted to steal a bunch of territory from Senegal, let me see. Conquering Volta, 16.7 infamy. That's so much. 7.4 to grab Senegal. Yeah, Senegal. Oh my gosh, that's also Senegal. Is Senegal this whole huge area? I think it might be. There's no way. Hold on. Guinea. This one's Guinea. Alright. Then how much would it be to grab Senegal? 19.4. Goodness. That is really a lot. Maybe I'll go after Furatoro first. Oh, I was going to grab this chunk from Haiti. They will not accept, but nobody's going to be interested in actually fighting about it, so we'll go ahead and quickly knock this one out. Alright, Army of the Andes. Hop over here. Trot along, will ya? And oil in Pastaza. Very nice. Morocco wants trade agreement? No thank you. Holding on to my influence. Austria? Oh, they'll do it. Alright, cool. Trade agreement with Austria, and that will make my lobby happy. Rubber Rush. Rubber has been successfully grown in American Pastaza. This place seems to be most effective. Again, the thing I basically always do. So now the lobby opportunity should be... There we go. And that's complete, and that makes them happy... None. Okay. Well, that's a little curious. I feel a little cheated. Just a little. Indian territory wants greater degree of autonomy? No. Why are you so defiant? What if I improve our relations? So I think after this, it's going to be Furatoro. But that might have to be for next episode, because we are actually coming up on time for this one. This guy wants regulatory bodies. He wants... I think he wants to go down in... Yeah, he wants to go down in things. Basically, he wants to go to reduced dangerous working conditions, but no increase in minimum wage. And I don't want that. The Devil's Railroad event. We're going to tighten safety standards once again. This one's in Guyana. It is what it is. Let's see. Yeah. Yep, that's going to be the end of the episode. Next, when we get started, we'll kick off our fight against Haiti. We'll deal with our other foreign affairs issues at a later point. For now, I've had fun. I hope you've had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.